Okay, so today we're looking at what happens when a president can, like, personally profit from their own cryptocurrency.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, scary thought, right?
It is, yeah.
Untraceable digital fortunes, turning the highest office into like a pay-to-play platform.
Yeah,
It's a lot to unpack.
definitely.
We've got articles, news snippets, even like a YouTube analysis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to kind of like see where this could all go.
Interesting.
So this deep dive is really looking at the potential for corruption and market manipulation and like the erosion of democracy itself.
I mean, it's a fascinating and honestly unsettling intersection of like presidential power
Yeah,
and the world of cryptocurrency.
right. And it's not just like a theory we're throwing around.
Hmm.
We've got examples of like deep fake scams that almost drained investors' accounts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and how like financial schemes are like constantly evolving.
Right.
Remember that celebrity-backed crypto project that just went bust?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, we'll look at that too because it might be a preview of what a volatile presidential coin could look like.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Very interesting.
So it really does tap into some of our deepest anxieties about power technology and the future of democracy.
Absolutely.
So let's start by understanding like the appeal and the dangers of cryptocurrency.
Okay.
On the surface, it sounds kind of revolutionary, like decentralization, anonymity,
Mm-hmm.
the potential for like huge gains.
Right.
But is it really all that it's cracked up to be?
Well, the crypto market is incredibly volatile.
Yeah?
I mean, remember the meme coin frenzy?
Oh, yeah.
We saw coins like Solana-based coin explode like 900% before crashing
Oh, wow.
and wiping out tons of investors.
Oof. Yeah, that's,
That kind of volatility, if it's tied to a presidential coin,
yeah,
could be really disastrous for the whole economy.
that's a scary thought.
Yeah.
It is a high-stakes gamble.
Uh-huh.
It plays right into that get-rich-quick mentality
Yeah.
that's led so many people down a dangerous path. I mean, wasn't Bitcoin supposed to be different?
Right.
But wasn't it supposed to be like this revolutionary global currency?
That was the idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ironically, Bitcoin hasn't quite lived up to that.
Really?
Its energy-intensive mining process and limited transaction capacity have made it difficult for it to become a widely used currency.
So it's not really.
So right now, it's mainly seen as a speculative asset.
So the very thing that was supposed to disrupt the system has become part of the system.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy.
It is.
That's thought-provoking in itself.
It is.
But let's bring this closer to home now.
Okay.
We've got news about Donald Trump's second term and this cryptocurrency venture called World Liberty Financial,
Okay.
or WLF.
Mm-hmm.
Big names like Steve Witkoff and Justin Sun are back in it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it raises some ethical questions.
Yeah, for sure.
If a president can personally profit from something like this,
Right.
especially while having the power to influence crypto-related policies,
Mhm.
where does personal gain end and national interest begin?
Right. It gets very blurry.
Yeah, it's like that age-old question. Can power and wealth ever truly be separated?
It's a tough one.
I mean, didn't we see something similar during Trump's first term with the Trump International Hotel?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Trump International Hotel was a focal point for potential influence peddling.
Yeah.
People were worried that people were spending money there just to try to curry favor with the administration.
It's an example of how the lines between business and politics
Right.
can get really blurry.
Yeah, definitely.
Now imagine that, but with a cryptocurrency controlled by the president, policies are being shaped not by what's best for the country,
Yeah,
but by what might boost the value of their own coin.
that's disturbing.
It is a disturbing thought.
It is.
And it gets even more alarming when you consider how cryptocurrencies can be used for like illicit activities.
Right.
Take the Bitfinex hack in 2016, for example.
Okay.
Hackers stole millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, and they were able to launder it through all these techniques,
Like what?
like coin mixers, peel chains, and chain hopping.
Okay, break that down for me.
Okay, so basically,
Yeah.
these are techniques that are used to obscure the origin and destination of crypto transactions.
Okay.
So coin mixers, they pool funds from a bunch of different users,
Mm-hmm.
making it really hard to track individual transactions.
Oh, yeah.
Peel chains break down large transactions into smaller ones
Mm-hmm.
and send them to multiple addresses.
Okay.
And chain hopping involves converting funds from one cryptocurrency to another.
Got it.
It just adds another layer of complexity.
Yeah, it sounds complicated.
It is.
Yeah.
So if someone wanted to bribe a president
Right.
who is holding like vast crypto wealth,
Mm-hmm.
these techniques could make it basically untraceable.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, it creates a system that's just ripe for corruption and super difficult to police.
Right.
So we've got a president who could personally profit from their own cryptocurrency. We've got the potential for untraceable bribes and manipulation.
Yeah.
Where does that leave democracy?
That's the big question.
It is.
Yeah. It's the most chilling part of all of this.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where access to the president
Right.
or influence over policy decisions just comes down to who can make the biggest, most untraceable crypto transaction.
It completely bypasses like
Yeah.
all of the checks and balances that we
Yes.
rely on
Yep.
to hold those in power accountable.
That's how you get a system that's basically pay to play.
Right.
It's not even a real democracy anymore.
Yeah, those ideals of transparency and accountability and the rule of law,
Right.
the foundations of a functioning democracy,
Exactly.
they would be meaningless.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a bleak picture.
It is.
We're talking about digital despotism, where power is concentrated
Yeah.
and decisions are made behind like this veil
Right.
of blockchain transactions.
It's scary to think about.
It is. It is. And the implications go beyond just backroom deals and political favor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Think about market manipulation on a grand scale.
A president could prioritize policies that just benefit their coin,
Yeah.
even if they harm the country.
Right. It's like classic personal gain,
Exactly.
trumping the public good.
Yeah, and given how volatile the crypto market is,
Yeah.
we could see a president making decisions just based on what's happening at that moment.
Yeah, like short-term price swings.
Exactly.
It'd be like strapping the whole economy to a roller coaster.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, controlled by the whims of the crypto market.
Yeah, it'd be chaos.
Talk about a disaster.
Yeah.
We were talking about those techniques
Right.
that are used to launder stolen Bitcoin.
Uh-huh.
It's frightening how untraceable those transactions can be.
It is. Yeah.
And it's not just small-time crooks either.
No, not at all.
I mean, organized crime has figured out how to use crypto
oh, yeah.
for money laundering.
Absolutely.
There's that recent case in the UK
Oh, yeah. I read about that.
with that drug trafficking ring.
Mm-hmm.
They used Bitcoin to clean over £1 million.
Wow.
And they even had this front.
The front.
Yeah, like this legitimate business.
What was it?
It was a beauty products business.
Wow.
So they could mix their dirty money with clean money.
So it's like wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, but for dirty money in the digital world.
Exactly.
And what's really troubling about a presidential coin
Right.
is that it wouldn't just criminals
Yeah.
who could benefit from this anonymity.
It could be foreign governments,
Right.
special interest groups,
Exactly.
anyone trying to influence policy.
So instead of a suitcase full of cash, they could just transfer millions in crypto.
Right. To the president's wallet.
Yeah, with no way to trace it.
That's right.
It just creates a breeding ground
It does.
for corruption and foreign interference.
Yeah, and it undermines the whole idea
Right.
of transparent governance.
It's like this giant loophole
Yeah.
in our system.
Absolutely.
And it's custom made for those with like deep pockets and ulterior motives.
And the consequences go beyond political favors, too.
Right.
Imagine a president using their crypto
Mm-hmm.
to prop up failing businesses.
Or reward their supporters.
Exactly.
It's like a giant slush fund
Yeah.
hidden in plain sight.
And it raises concerns about regulation.
Right. How can we make sure that regulations are fair
Right.
if the crypto industry is tied to the presidency?
It's like the fox guarding the henhouse.
Yeah, and who's going to stand up to a president who's basically the kingpin of crypto?
That's a good question.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for a system that's rigged
Uh-huh.
in favor of those who are already in power.
That's right.
It just concentrates wealth and influence even more.
Yeah. And don't forget about foreign manipulation.
Right.
We've talked about how foreign governments could use crypto.
Yeah, to influence a president.
But what if they manipulate the coin itself?
The presidential coin.
Yeah, drive the value up or down
Oh,
to
wow.
benefit their own agenda.
It would be like economic warfare
Exactly.
waged through crypto.
It's a new kind of warfare.
That's terrifying.
It is.
We're talking about the potential for a president's personal interests
Right.
to be used against the country.
Against their own country.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is, yeah.
And all of this is happening
Right.
while we're already so politically polarized.
Uh-huh.
There's so much distrust in institutions.
It's a dangerous combination.
It is.
Right, for sure.
It could erode the foundations of democracy
Right.
and leave us vulnerable.
To all sorts of threats.
Yeah, both internal and external.
That's why these conversations
Right.
about the risks of a presidential coin are so important.
Yeah, we need to be aware of the dangers
We do.
and put safeguards in place.
Well, absolutely.
We can't just sit back
Right.
and watch this happen.
We have to be proactive.
We need to demand transparency
Uh-huh.
and accountability,
And ethical leadership.
whether it's traditional politics or the crypto world.
It's about recognizing that technology is just a tool.
That's right.
It can be used for good or for bad.
Exactly.
It's up to us to make sure it's used responsibly.
Especially when it comes to the presidency.
Yeah.
We've painted a pretty bleak picture.
Yeah, it is a little doom and gloom.
But it's not all bad.
Right. Right. There have to be solutions.
There are.
There have to be ways to mitigate the risks.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can talk about some solutions now.
Yeah, definitely.
We've uncovered some scary possibilities, but
Mhm.
we're not powerless, are we?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
And remember, technology itself isn't the problem.
Right,
It's how it's used
right.
and how we regulate it.
Okay, so let's talk solutions.
Okay.
Where do we even begin to address something this complicated?
Well, I think the first thing we need
Yeah.
is strong regulations
Okay.
that address these conflicts of interest
Mm-hmm.
when a president has a financial stake in crypto. So no more blurring the lines
Right.
between personal profit and public service.
Exactly.
Okay.
And these regulations should require complete transparency
Oh, yeah.
about all crypto holdings and transactions.
So like financial disclosures, but for crypto.
Exactly.
Okay, and we need someone to make sure that people are actually following the rules.
Yes. Independent oversight is crucial.
Okay, so like a watchdog.
Yeah,
But for the blockchain,
pretty much.
what else can we do?
Education is really important too.
Okay.
We need to teach people
Yeah.
how cryptocurrencies work,
Mm-hmm.
the potential benefits and risks,
Okay.
and how to spot scams.
Right, knowledge is power.
Exactly.
The more people understand about crypto,
Yeah.
the less likely they are to fall for hype,
Right.
especially when a president is involved.
That's right.
And education isn't just for regular people.
No, policymakers need it too.
Yeah, they need to understand crypto
Absolutely.
so they can create sensible regulations. It's
Exactly.
like we need a crash course in crypto.
Yeah. Crypto 101 for everyone in Washington.
Yeah, exactly.
We also need to rethink campaign finance
Yeah.
in the context of crypto.
So how crypto money is used in elections.
Right. We need stricter role
Okay.
to prevent the crypto industry from having too much influence.
So keeping those crypto millions from rigging the system.
Exactly.
Okay, but what about the technology itself?
Yeah.
Are there ways to design cryptocurrencies
Mm-hmm.
to be less risky?
That's a great question. And actually, there are some promising developments.
Oh, good.
Some projects are focusing on transparency
Okay.
and accountability,
Mm-hmm.
and we can implement stronger your customer and anti-money laundering regulations.
So making it harder to use crypto for illegal stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, that sounds like a step in the right direction.
It is.
But let's be real. These changes won't be easy.
No, they won't.
There's going to be pushback.
Of course, there will be people who benefit from the current system,
Yeah.
both in government and the crypto industry.
But we can't give up, right?
No, absolutely not.
This is about more than just crypto.
This is about protecting our democracy
Right.
and making sure technology serves us.
Not the other way around.
Exactly.
It's about shaping a future
Yeah,
where technology empowers us.
not enslaves us.
It's about taking control
Yes.
of our digital future.
It's up to all of us
Yeah.
to demand ethical leadership and responsible innovation.
So here's a final thought for everyone listening.
Okay?
If power corrupts,
Mm-hmm.
and absolute power corrupts absolutely,
Right.
what do we need to do
Ah.
to make sure a president's control over a cryptocurrency
Mm-hmm.
doesn't turn into tyranny?
It's a question we all need to think about
It is.
because it will shape the future,
Yeah.
not just of finance and technology.
Well, but of our society.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.